Oh shit. Here we go again.
Here we go again. We're at the Wayback, Throwback, Kickback, coming at you with another great episode. I'm here with my co-host Jordan Cheyene.
Yeah, we're back again. It didn't take 3 months in between episodes this time.
Not this time, no.
Somewhere between 14 and 21 days this time. I have no idea.
We're back on track. We're loving it. We're pumping these episodes out for you guys. We're having a lot of fun. We got a wonderful comedy guest. He tried to do the episode several times, almost died trying.
Couldn't quite make it here. It's pretty hard to make it to this place, apparently.
Yeah, it is.
But he fought through death to get here.
He
do the kickback. We saved him in a way.
I feel like we did. I feel like if he didn't have this to look forward to, he would have
He would have let go.
Yeah,
he would have gone towards the hellfire, wasn't the bright light.
Issues.
Yeah, and there's no way God saved him. No fucking way.
I don't think they have that agreement between the two.
No, he broke that contract a long time ago.
But Brandon Field is going to be here with us.
Yeah.
And then we have a wonderful musical guest, Jordan.
So fire.
It's always fire. The musical guests here at the Kickback are great. They're all local to Tucson. They're all amazing. Actually, our comedy guest does music very well. So you guys will see him as a musical guest in the later episode down the year. In the second half of this year here.
We just didn't think he was ready for it this time. It takes a high level of skill to be on the Kickback. He's gonna have to work his way up, earn some trust around here.
You earn your stripes here.
Yeah.
We're doing the open mic that we always do. Laughs. You can never go wrong with laughs.
Laughs. How did we do at laughs this week? I think I did pretty well. I think so. It was a very stubborn crowd, as I remember to begin with, but we broke them open, found the laughter. They got drunk, is what happened. Yeah.
That's usually the best time.
Yeah.
When they get drunk. Sometimes I feel like I see a crowd and it's a good size and they're just not having it.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes one comedian to go up there, rip them open, and then everybody after that does very well, and then it just goes downhill again.
Yeah.
Like 10 to at 15.
Yeah, 15 is about the mark where people get tired of open mic comics. What do you know?
Yeah, after 15 people.
My mark is around 2.5. That's when I get tired of it. So.
I could do 10. do 10.
Yeah, sure. You can sit there and have 10. Yeah. You can tell it's one of those crowds when they're sitting up with perfect posture watching. You're like, oh, you're not in the mood at all. You're not drunk. And then by 18, they're like, So, yeah, you just got to find that sweet spot. And you always do it laughs.
Yeah. So open mic every Thursday. Sign-ups at 7, shows at 8. Workshop at 6:30. Come in, workshop your jokes, get on stage, do whatever you need to do to get there.
Come and watch maybe. If you're a fan of comedy but you don't have any money, come watch a free open mic. 2-drink minimum.
2-drink minimum. But yeah, it's always a great time. We're gonna go ahead and cut into those clips now, and you guys will see how we do at open mic comedies, raw, uncut, just for you.
Let's move right along to our next comedian, Mr. Jordan Cheyene, everybody. I don't know about you guys, but I do not feel bad for disabled people. I can say that because I'm kind of disabled myself. I'm Canadian, so yeah. I moved here a few years ago, so I'm just a humble immigrant to this country. I can relate to the struggle of my Mexican brothers and sisters. Come on. I know, guys. The American dream does not come easy. I came to this country with nothing but the BMW I was driving and a balanced investment portfolio. So it's tough out there. I get it. I'm Canadian. I'm also 100% Irish. I come from a long line of alcoholics, obviously. Not just your garden variety alcoholics, though. These are dangerous alcoholics. Like most of those Irish car bombs you read about, that was just my relatives trying to parallel park.
No, I love older women. Is there some in the crowd? You didn't want to say no. Thank you guys for coming. I know that's something you don't do often. My grandma actually is in the crowd tonight. Give it up for her. I hate that bitch. I wore black pants today. I had to use a lint roller right now to get hair off of my pants because of my dog. Anyone out there actually have a dog? Woo! You have a dog? Yeah, is your dog a picky eater? Yeah? My dog, she's a picky eater. Like, she won't eat anything unless you mix wet food in with her dry food. She just had a litter of puppies, and unfortunately, one of them was born still. A lot of the time, the mom eats the stillborn, but not my dog. Not till we mixed it in with her dry food.
I was born in Mexico, and as a Mexican, I heard a lot of terms that didn't make sense to me. Like when I was asked about my age, they said, "How old are you?" And I was only 6. And I'm like, "You look old." I'm 6. Didn't make sense to me. Like when I heard the term drug sniffing dog, I was like, "Don't talk about my uncle like that, right?" Yeah, he cheats on my aunt. And he sniffs a lot of drugs, but don't call him. Like it's weird, like some of the fondest memories I have, my dad teaching me how to ride a bike, you know, as a Mexican in America. He's like, "All right, son, this one doesn't have any training wheels on it." Got on the bike, I was doing fine. He's like, hurry up, the owners are coming." That's what it's like. That's what it's like.
It's in the mood.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Here we go again. We're chilling here with Brandon Field on the Wayback
Brandon
Throwback
Field.
Kickback.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
That's the reaction that Brandon is used to. We wanted to make sure that he feels at home here at the Wayback Throwback Kickback.
Yeah.
Brandon, say what's up to the people, man. Tell them where they can find you, what you do.
What's up, y'all? My name is Brandon Field. I'm from Vegas, but I grew up in Tucson. I'm a local comedian. I make clothes. I make music. Pretty much it.
Does anybody buy them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Good. Good for you.
All right, man. You kind of look like your side profile. You look like a turtle. Has anybody ever said that to you?
Yeah.
Very tortoise-like.
I have heard that once from you right now.
Wow.
Wow.
He's got these. He's got his wits about him. This Brandon character.
Yeah, this
He's
Brandon guy.
Not gonna be fucked with. Oh, he
No,
will.
he looks like he's easy to fuck with. You know, push
Yeah.
around a little bit, slap
Kinda.
around a little bit. He looks that way, but it's very different once you talk to him. And then you feel really bad, and you're like, "Nah, I wouldn't mess with this guy."
He does look easy to draw. Just a stick figure, dude. It's very easy. Yeah. Well, let's
That's
start.
enough bashing on you.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Enough
I'm
bashing.
down, I'm down.
Let's start with the proper interview. I have a proper interview question for you to start.
Yes, sir.
You look like an anime school shooter. What's that like?
I'd rather be a regular school shooter, honestly. I don't watch too much anime, but thank you.
You know what actually, like, the best thing about you from my perspective is your fashion sense. Where did you get your fashion sense
Yeah, he does
from? I
have
feel
a-
like you
Yeah,
dress very well.
a big part of my I've always grown up like very interested in clothing. Like I just like I'm literally on my phone all day on Grailed looking at different clothing brands. Like I have a clothing brand at _ Dead People Society on Instagram. But yeah, fashion's just always been a big part of my life. I look up to designers. A$AP Rocky when I was like young, like he was like the fashion guy. I think he kind of got me into it. And then from then on, I just progressed and developed my own style over the years. But it's for sure probably top 3 main things I do. I love art. I love fashion and art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it
Nice,
shows.
dude.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather dress nice than dress comfortable. Like I'm always wearing something that's probably not that comfortable, but I know it looks good.
You never look
Yeah.
comfortable. That is one thing
Yeah,
about
Yeah,
it.
that's the anxiety.
Very uncomfortable looking every time.
But fresh though.
But fresh.
But fresh.
I'm the
Yeah.
freshest person at the bus stop for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
easily.
And those are your best customers, guys at the bus stop.
Oh yeah. Cheapest vent on the market.
Yeah. And just put everything on layaway.
Right.
Yeah.
You've had quite the eventful year, right? You know,
I have.
I don't know how much you want to talk about the entire
I'll talk
year,
about
but
it.
you've done a few shows. You've been
Yeah.
getting booked more consistently. I've seen.
Yeah.
You came back from Vegas. You went to some of the writing workshops.
last
you've braked out with some of you've had better jokes recently. I've noticed.
Thank you.
So you've been doing good
Yeah.
in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also almost died.
I did almost die.
So why is your life always like a seesaw?
My life, yeah, for sure, and it's due to a lot of like. Okay, not to get too deep, but like I didn't grow up the best, but I mean I managed, myself and like always maintained a job and stuff like that. But then started drinking too much and all that. Yeah, recently though I did almost die. I had a 30% chance of living. I was actually supposed to be on this podcast like last one, but
Yeah.
I was in the
He
hospital.
was too busy dying.
Too busy
Too
dying
busy
for
dying.
the kickback.
I'm
Yeah.
so fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Thinks he's big time dying. He doesn't have to go with his friends on a podcast.
It's funny, my music name too is Rest in Peace, and it used to be R.I.P. Brandon, so it's ironic because it was almost that.
And the
Yeah.
dead people society.
And Dead People
You were
Society.
almost in your own
Society.
society.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have the vampire teeth for like the reasons like that too. But yeah, I could talk.
For reasons like that. What are reasons like
For
that?
reasons
hear
like
about it?
drinking too much.
You want to hear about it? No. No,
Sure, yeah, let's talk about the
it's
vampire
a sweet
teeth.
story. No, I'm just kidding. So I got honestly though, sometimes I put tattoo makeup remover on it depending where I'm going, just because I don't want to look like a scumbag.
Yeah.
But so vampires are immortal, right? And they live forever. And I'm an overthinker. I have a lot of anxiety. I've been on medication for it and shit like that. So it's a daily reminder to not take life too serious. Like vampires live forever. You're not gonna live forever. So just relax.
Yeah.
That's why I got
Yeah, but
them.
it's also not a race. But then again, I can tell that to myself,
Yeah, you can't run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
roll.
unfortunately.
And you don't have the pressure of ever getting a job through a job interview because of that tattoo. So,
I always get jobs with this tattoo.
That means
I
he's
get-
excellent.
I have a very good.
I would
resume.
look for the employee with the neck tattoo and be like, that guy's got it.
You know what's funny? I've worked very
dedication.
professional. I've worked professional jobs with this tattoo because I have a good resume despite my looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think nowadays that whole stigma's kind of gone.
It's kind of dying. Yeah,
just,
it depends
just
where
because
you go.
like the untattooed people became like the biggest pieces of shit in recent history.
Easy
I-
there. Don't talk
Yeah.
about us like that.
I honestly think it's way cooler when someone has no tattoos at all because it's rare. Someone at least has one, like Friday the 13th tattoo, but then someone has no tattoos and people are like, "What the fuck? You have no tattoos?"
No
I didn't have
tattoos.
any tattoos for a long time, and then I finally got my first tattoo, and then after that I gave myself a tattoo, and then, I still got to tattoo you, Brandon.
You got to
I have
tattoo me for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
actually working on getting an apprenticeship on tattooing as well.
That'd be cool. Yeah, well, you're an artist.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
nice for you.
Yeah.
So how did
I
you
showed you I draw all the time. Yeah.
so how did you almost die?
All right. So, there's several factors that go into this, but I had a pre-existing stomach ulcer, but it was upper and it wasn't facing nerve endings, so I wasn't experiencing pain. So I didn't know I had the ulcer, and they said that's really bad because usually if you're in a lot of pain, you go to the hospital immediately. Then it went about 9 days of shitting black, and I looked it up, and it said sometimes that could be normal if you're not eating the right foods, if you're
And
eating
you
spicy
weren't.
foods. And I was eating spicy foods a lot, and I go to the hospital. I go to St. Mary's. Fuck St. Mary's. Am I allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah.
Fuck St. Mary's if you're watching this, because they're not.
They're a horrible hospital.
Really?
But they
Spent some time in there myself.
so they do a CAT scan on me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you just have too much acid in your stomach, not LSD, like stomach
like
acid."
Right.
But they just sent me home, and then the next night I wake up at 1 a.m. I stand up and immediately shit all over my couch, and it's a white couch. It is now thrown away if anyone wants it. And
There's some fucked up person who
instead
wants
of shit, it was just pure blood, and my body went like completely translucent. My lips turned purple, and my dad called the ambulance. So I had been bleeding out internally, I guess, for weeks without even knowing. But then that was also external bleeding. So I go to the hospital, but I'm in the ambulance and my heart rate is at 146 because it's trying to make up for all the blood it's
No
losing.
blood in your system, yeah.
And 150 is when you have a heart attack, by the way.
Because he's about 137, so he's
My resting is at 140, 145.
Oh,
My boy.
right at red line all the time, dude. On the edge.
You have that joke about the bloods.
Don't
Sugar
get him
bloods.
excited. He will go to 150.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Immediately.
Let's go. No, I'm just kidding. No, so I'm in the stretcher, and I'm in the ambulance, and I'm asking for reassurance by the paramedics and stuff that I'm gonna be okay. I'm like, am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna be okay? And they just looked at me like, because they weren't allowed to say if I was gonna be fine. And I get to the hospital.
I feel like they should be allowed to tell you, okay,
Yeah,
it's
what's
not
the
like you're
harm
gonna
in that?
know.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
If you die,
dead,
it's over.
Yeah, but
Dead men can't
But they
sue.
could get in trouble for that or whatever. But that was scary knowing that I might not be okay. So I get to the hospital and our hemoglobin is like the average person's is 15. That's the amount of blood in your body. When I got to the hospital, I was at a 4.8.
Yeah.
So I got 2 emergency blood transfusions. Then
Brings you to the AIDS.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I have AIDS now. It's pretty.
But you're alive.
Student AIDS though, like
All
they
right.
help me and shit.
Yeah.
No, but anyways, so they they put all this blood in my body. Then the next day, I feel fine. Like I feel pretty good. Like all the blood was there still inside my body. Then they stuck a tube down my throat. I liked it a little bit. And no, but and then they saw I had an ulcer and then another ulcer, so they stitched them up internally. And then I thought I was fine. Like I was like, okay, like I'm feeling good. Next morning, I wake up in the hospital. I lost all of the blood from the transfusions, and I had to get 2 more blood transfusions, which is crazy. Like for my age too, it's like that's a lot. And they found out I was anemic. So like if I get cut, I lose double the amount of blood as someone else. I didn't know I was anemic until now. And they do a tube down my throat again. Found out I had a GI bleed, and they thought it was gastrointestinal cancer at first. And the shitty part is GI, the part where it's at, they can't remove it, or I just can't ever like shit or piss again. So I have they did some stuff to cauterize it, but that's always going to be there. So now I'm on medication for my stomach the rest of my life.
Wow.
Yeah, and I can I had a 30% chance of living. Yeah, and I have crazy dietary restrictions as well.
Wow. And you didn't eat a lot before.
No, yeah, just pussy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels weird to me just because you say you've done all this drinking. I've hung out with you a good amount of times. I've seen you at a lot of open mics.
Yeah.
You're never shit-faced. I've never seen you just off the wall shit-faced.
That's the thing too.
And I've never seen you with like a drink in your hand all the time.
That's the thing. Like I didn't have a lot of money, so like usually I'd go to laughs pretty hammered. But I'd been drinking every day almost since I was 19, and I've went to rehab for it before. And so it's hard to tell if I'm drunk because I'd always be drunk. By the time I get to laughs, I'm not paying for drinks or whatever. And it's hard to tell if I'm shit-faced unless I'm really shit-faced, which happened sometimes. But where was I going with this?
Are you shit-faced?
No,
dude,
no, not anymore.
I'm zen-faced.
Zen-faced.
But I can't drink alcohol again because it'll open up my GI, and then I could bleed out internally again.
Yikes. You don't want to do that again.
And I can't eat onions, tomatoes. I can't have pork. I can't have fried foods anymore.
Ooh,
I can't have anything spicy except for cracked black pepper.
Crack.
Yeah,
Crack
crack.
pepper.
Very
They
spicy.
they said I could smoke crack.
Yeah, as much as you want.
I can't vape anymore either.
Oh, really?
Because the juices go into my esophagus. Yeah.
Well, so does the Zyn. I think that's even worse.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't affect you?
No, I asked the doctor. It absorbs through your gums, and she's
Yeah.
like, if you're gonna do nicotine, it's the safest way. It's not gonna lead into your stomach too much.
Oh,
And it's just
okay.
nicotine,
'Cause
so
the
it's not
first time I
gonna-
did some Zins, I threw up immediately.
Well, yeah, because
You're
it
a
goes
pu-
right to your head.
Because you're a
though.
pussy.
Yeah.
well,
also
I did
that.
2 15-milligram pouches.
That's
a lot.
that's a shit ton, bro.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was my first experience with like pouch
Yeah.
Wow.
tobacco.
That's fucking
And
crazy.
I put 2 in. I was in like a 12-hour overnight security like gig.
Oh, dude.
And I put 2 in because that's what the guy that offered me it was doing 4.
They just, I thought they
there
just
were
came out with
14.
15s.
No, this was before. It was a different brand called FRE.
Okay.
And then you couldn't get them in Tucson. You had to drive to the specific Texaco in Benson.
Oh.
Is the only one that had that quantity of nicotine.
Yeah,
So
I recently saw some 15 milligram ones that I'd like
they
to
probably
get.
now more popular, but back that was like last year.
In Belgium, you can get 22, just the Velo brand 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are way
Wow.
better than
That'll
Zins.
fuck
They
you
should
up.
sponsor the podcast, honestly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we're looking for sponsors. But yeah, the first time I did 2 of those, and like I was chill for a little bit. I felt the nicotine right away, and then like 20 minutes later, I was like,
Oh,
"Fuck,"
your
and I
head
threw
just
up.
spins and you gotta throw up. Yeah,
That's what happened when you get. So he gave me my first sin, and I went on stage and I had the hiccups, and I was trying to like hold in my hiccups while telling my jokes. And I don't know if it was noticeable, but when I got off stage, my eyes were like watering and shit. It was crazy.
You're a strong dude. You can hold in hiccups. Like no one can do that, dude.
Dude,
If you got a hiccup, you got a hiccup.
Dude, nah, fuck that.
This is a strong. He doesn't look strong, but he is.
Nicotine over hiccups for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. I hate the hiccups, man. Every time I get them, it's a problem.
Probably for everyone else too. It
Oh,
like
yeah.
shakes the earth.
Shakes the earth.
It's on the Richter scale for sure. Yeah.
When I was,
Yeah.
can I talk about the hospital a little more?
Yeah, of course.
Just keep being
So,
depressing.
I was
Sure.
like, I was trying to make the best out of the hospital because I was like, this kind of sucks. And
Kinda.
the doctors were cool, and I actually said this. I've said this on stage, but whatever. So they're giving me the blood transfusion, and the doctor walks in. He's like this kind of younger Nigerian dude. He was really cool. He was a great doctor. Shout out Banner Health. That's the hospital I went to help me. I go, whose blood is this? And the nurse in there, he's like, oh, well, we can't say. And I was like, what if it's a gay guy's blood? And I get out and I just start sucking dicks.
Like that's not good.
And
for
he
your
started
esophagus.
cracking.
Not good for the esophagus.
Yeah, he started cracking up. Yeah, cum's very acidic.
I assume it was all Jenkins' blood because he does
Right.
give quite a bit of it.
Oh, nice. He
Yeah.
does. Yeah, he gives a lot. Well, he
He's a
gives
donor.
plasma. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. If it was Jenkins' blood, I'm gonna start like having sex with white women.
I assume you could do that
Yeah,
already.
he'd be a lot better on stage too.
I have. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I could
A
look
lot
like
more personable.
Whoopi Goldberg dressed in 2014 clothes.
What percentage
Yeah.
of your stage time do you think that when you get off stage, some of the audience kind of hates you?
So it depends, honestly, on the audience. I do really well with the younger crowd because they like the dark stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will purposely work because I'm trying to work on some jokes that are really dark but make them more palatable. It's usually like older women that do not like my
Yeah.
stuff. Because anytime I get
Yeah.
off a stage, I always get a lot of people, yo, dude, I love the dark humor. Fuck them, dap me up.
Yeah.
Or people are like kind of snarl at me.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings
See-
me. That was gonna bring me to
The Lady Haha
Oh,
type
go ahead.
definitely wouldn't like your humor.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, yeah, I did a show at Moto Sonora.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about
yeah,
that.
Sean,
We'll talk
that.
about it.
So,
Later.
what I was gonna say about that is my type of comedy. I don't feel like I'm offensive at all.
No.
I actually feel like I'm pretty clean. To
I mean,
be
you
honest.
look offensive, but the material.
I offend like the people my age.
Yeah.
Younger people love it. Older
Yeah.
people love my comedy. It's those damn fucking millennials that were born between like 1990 and 1998.
Yeah.
They get so offended at my comedy for some reason.
Yeah.
Like the self-deprecation stuff, like they hate it, and I'm like, come on, man! Like you were born in the 90s, like me.
Yeah, like,
Like what's your
man up.
problem?
Yeah.
What's your issue?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot of like. I did a show recently where I got a lot of like, oh,
You just grab
No,
my
that's-
leg under the
I didn't
table.
mean-
that's
I
so
didn't mean to do that.
sad.
This guy's doing
That's
gay
so
stuff
funny.
under
Is
the
it,
table.
is it the blood?
Yeah, he's got the blood. You didn't even mean to do that. Your hand just wandered right up my leg. Wow.
Dude, I got the gay blood in me.
He's got that gay blood. Gay eye.
real vamp shit.
Yeah.
That was that my most recent show. I got a lot of those. Like, oh,
It's
so
terrible.
sad.
What
Terrible.
the hell?
Oh, like yeah, dude. And I'm just like over here doing like my regular
Yeah, your
like
jokes.
like self-deprecation stuff. That was my that was my last last.
It's the
show that I
guilty white
did.
people. They're the worst audience of all. The guilty whites. They're like, oh, look what we did to Vizzy. And it's like, he did that to himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had
Well, no,
nothing
the
to do
U.S.
with that.
did it for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
Sure.
just jealous of your mass.
Tucson
Listen,
shaped me.
He's jealous of your mass.
They wish they could be as massive.
Yeah, like
yeah,
I don't
you're
have an
massive.
orbit, dude. I wish
Yeah.
I had an orbit.
His
You guys orbit around people. You guys are the.
Yeah.
his
the
orbit's just a sombrero.
Yeah.
So you did a show very recently, a show that me
Yeah.
and Jordan have done before,
And
Moto
no,
Sonora.
no offense to them, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna preface it with
Hey,
that.
there's good shows
I
and
used to
bad
be a
shows
regular.
for
I
every
used to,
show.
I used to do it every month, and then I started doing it bi-monthly.
Yeah.
And now I've been blacklisted completely.
now it's-
God
now
knows
it's
why.
bi-vis.
I'm not allowed there either. So
Oh yeah, you got kicked out.
Did you
too?
got
So
banned?
okay, so not so everyone there was nice, like the bartenders were nice. The crowd genuinely liked me. Like I did pretty well, right? But the
Right.
lady, I think she owns it, and she was kind of hosting it. She was also doing
I
like
don't know if she owns it.
she was doing
No.
4 minutes in between sets. Like
Oh yeah.
I was
She
like,
does
what
that
the
a
It's
lot.
like, let me take all the momentum
But,
you just gained and fucking crush it.
I thought that I
Yes.
could roll with my dark stuff because prior to me, I think it was Jesus or someone that went on, but she did a
Sure.
joke
And
and,
he is
she was
dark.
like, "This crowd might not like this. It's about Jesus, right?" And I have a joke about Jesus being gay, so I was like, "Oh, I could do my dark stuff here." So I did like I did 12 minutes, I think, and I did I did like some of my darkest jokes because I thought that like she really liked it and she was hosting it. Do the whole show. The audience likes me. It was kind of scattered around and stuff. And I'm sober now too, so I use my drink tickets on sodas.
So he's like, this guy's dark. He's gay.
He drinks soda. And
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? But yeah. So then I talked to LV, the guy who booked me, and he was like, "Bro, great set." And he was like,
He wasn't upset about the Jesus stuff.
No, he thought it was. He thought
It's
it was
a good
funny.
show.
No,
It's a
well,
good-
it's because he and the. I know this. You guys are not copying each other. Independently, he has the same exact joke
Oh
about
no,
Jesus
no, no.
being gay.
He also independently has a joke about a dog dying.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very, very similar to mine.
maybe-
And the gay Jesus stuff. But you
Which-
came out with that more recently. Alvy's had the gay Jesus.
I've had
joke
the gay Jesus
for a
joke
long time.
since let's see, I think since like November of last year.
Oh no, he's had this like 2 years ago, 2023.
Yeah, mine's just better.
And then even longer than that, Heido, who doesn't really come out too much anymore, he's the one that I first
I like
heard have
Heido.
a gay Jesus joke.
I
but-
believe many people have said Judas.
Jesus, yeah.
Judas probably made a gay Jesus.
Yeah,
joke.
I'm sure he did. But
yeah.
the Heido one was funny because he used to say the F word
Yeah.
that you're not supposed to say on
Right.
stage, and people hated it, dude. He
Fig
stopped doing
Newton.
it because he can't say ferret.
So Alvy was
Ferret.
chill. Alvy was
Ferret.
chill, but Stacy kicked you off.
So yeah, he goes, great set. He was like, I'm gonna book you for another show with some military guys. She said you can never come back here ever again, and
No
all of
way.
it was very.
Really?
She said all of it was very offensive.
Yeah.
Oh wow! And she's usually not.
Well,
she's pretty raunchy herself.
I use jokes that I normally don't do at laughs. I used 3 grape jokes. You know the fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the grape flavor myself.
Yeah,
Not the
so-
flavor, the actual fruit.
The actual fruit.
that
No,
grows-
I don't know about
that
that.
grows on a tree.
I've never seen that.
But I
Yeah.
did do some fruity grape jokes, and I don't think she liked those.
Who cares, dude?
Dude, the audience went, ooh.
It's fine.
I mean, especially at Moro Sonora, dude. It's super chill. It's
cares?
close to
It's
the south side
comedy.
as comedy
And
gets.
I'd say I'm dark. Like I have dark humor, but I'm not like political dark.
I
and
wouldn't
I'm
say
not
it's-
intention. Like I'm not offending anyone individually. It's just like for the sake of the joke. I'm not like offensive towards people.
Yeah, it's almost
that's-
always you being dark. It's not
Right.
something, not you
Right.
saying it about something else. It's like, so
Like,
I put my dog down. You
Yeah,
know, like,
and like even the black joke, like the only people that don't like that one are non-African American people. Black people
Isn't
think
that
that
crazy?
joke. Black people think that joke is hilarious.
of course, they,
like, you
yeah,
know what
that's
I
how
mean?
it goes. That's how it
So-
goes.
Yeah,
Well, that's what Anthony Jeselnik experienced, and I'm not
He's my
saying
favorite
I'm not
comedian.
saying you're anything near his talent level.
no,
but
no, I hate it. I hate it when
But-
people compare me to like his style of humor because it's similar but not quite.
yeah,
It's different, a
but
little
he
different.
he says like he had so many shows where people walked out, he
Mm-hmm.
got kicked off of, and then he got to a level where people were coming to see him, and
Yeah.
he kills.
Yeah.
And he makes $80 million a year. Not saying you'll ever make that much money.
No,
but you're
but
similar.
like I could make $80. Or
Yeah,
something.
sure.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting
Yeah,
on-
$80
in a
I'm
whole
wait-
year.
I'm
yeah.
waiting on a cash app right now. You know.
Yeah.
for comedy.
No, pants.
Oh, okay.
For pants.
Oh man.
God, you are trying
Yeah,
hard to
you're
look
trying.
gay.
Dude, I'm not even trying at this point. Just take me to IBTs.
It's your month, eh? Yeah.
Oh, Jordan's favorite question actually. What was your first joke?
Yeah, your first joke you ever told on stage.
First joke I told on stage was the one about the baby nodding out. When I started off, I honestly started off pretty decent. Like, I'm not bragging. I started off like with decent sets because I did theater in high school, and then I had tried out for some acting stuff to get on commercials and stuff when I was in Vegas when I was younger. So like, I'm comfortable on stage, but this first joke, and it's actually true.
Yeah, and let me make a disclaimer for those of you that get offended. It's pretty offensive.
It's
but
an
go ahead and do the
offensive
joke
But
on the kickback.
and it is just a joke, but it is true. This did happen to me. So my old drug dealer, her name is Chloe. I'm gonna say her name.
What was her last name?
Because I want her to watch this because she'll laugh. She knows it's about her. And it actually wasn't fentanyl she was doing. She was just doing pain pills. But my old drug dealer, she was a girl, right? And she was pregnant, and she started doing oxys, but I say fentanyl instead. She started doing fentanyl during her pregnancy. And one day, I'm picking up pills off of her, and she's like, "Brandon, can you feel the baby kicking? Can you feel the baby kicking?" And I was like, "No, bitch. She's in there nodding out like this."
It doesn't work on these mics.
No,
But
yeah,
yeah, we
yeah.
get it.
But
get it.
you get it. It's
Well-
about a baby nodding out in a girl's womb. That was my first
Yeah.
joke.
I love the
Very
joke.
Tucson.
Very Tucson. Even though that happened in Vegas. It's crazy.
You can never come back on this podcast. That joke was so offensive.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm so...
But we can do a different podcast with some military dudes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Love that.
And any pregnant women on fentanyl, like, hit me up.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
good father.
I think Brandon, you have like the save a hoe complex.
Yes.
Dude, no, you know what sucks? I'm always end up being the rebound, or I always end up with the crazy bitch for like 3 months.
Nice. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
they say you marry your mother, so
Hey, you know? I have a joke about
not
my
kidding.
mom getting raped, and I did that one at Moto Sonora, and they didn't like that one.
well, you're already banned from the show, so you know you're
So
playing
yeah,
with us
I guess
money.
you could just go
All
in.
right, let's
there.
ask him the
Sorry.
question. Let's ask
the
him
final
the question.
question.
Let's go.
Brandon, and you gotta answer this with your full intent. And
You
your
got it.
full heart. Tell us your most embarrassing moment that you can remember in
Of
this
your entire life.
Of your entire life. It
It's
could
gotta be
from when you were a
embarrassing.
baby.
Yeah.
No,
Not just gross, not just pathetic, embarrassing.
like
you were
something
embarrassed.
you regret doing, like that
Yeah.
you think about, like damn. I
and that
shouldn't have
people were
done that.
laughing, and you're like, holy shit, I'm the worst.
This is kind of a deep one. I don't have it anymore, but I used to go, because I don't do cocaine, but I used to do cocaine, right, when I was like 19, 20. And I had been up for like 4 or 5 days doing cocaine, and I went into a psychotic break. Complete total psychosis, you know what I mean? And I was at Blank and Blank's house. One of them works at Laughs.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That's about stuff. But
Blank.
We'll cut that
I'm
out.
laying down and I'm in my homegirl's bed and I'm hearing voices that are like familiar voices. So I thought that I heard this person's voice, and I was, we all lived together, and I thought that her and her husband were plotting to poison and kill me, and they had been poisoning me for months. That's what I thought in my head because I was going through psychosis. So I get up and I walk into the room, and they're dead asleep, so they weren't talking to me. But I wake them up, and I'm like, "Are you guys poisoning me? You have to be honest with me. Are you poisoning me?"
I won't
And-
tell anyone.
And I was like, I'm paying half of the rent. Like I work down the street. Like, why are you poisoning me? Like what did I do wrong? And I'm like overthinking all these things, and I start freaking out. I'm hyperventilating and stuff. I'd been up for 4 days, and they had to like hold me down because I was going to basically I was gonna hop out of the window and I was gonna run down the street and have someone call 911 and tell them that they are poisoning me. And this is the woman who literally helped raise me, but I was so like
Far gone.
far gone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And the next day they're also leaving to a trip to California, and I had a dog sit at the house and stuff like that. And it was
And they're
just
like, "Oh no, this is gonna ruin our trip. We need to calm them down."
It was crazy, and I get I did jump out the window. It's a one story.
That's what they say to do when someone's trying to kill you. Jump out the window.
Well, yeah, when someone has been
they're gonna get me then because
when someone's
I'm not getting out of there.
when someone's imaginary poisoning you for months, you have to jump out the window and run down the street.
It's the protocol.
But I forgot my phone, so
You jumped right back through the window.
I did.
Okay.
And then by then, everyone's in the room like it was an intervention. They're all around like, Brandon, what the fuck? Are
Jump
you
back
okay?
out the window again.
And I was like, what is going on? I was like, what is going on? What is going on? And yeah, they all had to calm me down. And but it was just really embarrassing. And my I call my nephew. He was there and he was young and he had to watch like me in my worst state of mind.
No.
And so she held a mirror up to my face. And I looked nothing like myself, like the worst version of myself.
You had like gold teeth and.
Yeah, no, I just. Yeah, dude, I
You
looked.
saw Magic Johnson in the mirror.
Dude, I was all iced out and shit. No, but yeah, that was very embarrassing for my morality and just like the fact that I thought people that loved me were trying to poison me. For sure, that was my
an
most
embarrassing story.
Yeah,
dude.
and like
Were you naked at any point?
Huh? Oh, I have had a story like that too. Oh, that
But anyway, let's finish this one.
Let's finish this one. Yeah, but long. So it ended up being fine. They gave me some medication.
They started poisoning you so they go on the trip.
Dude, no, yeah. No, but they gave me like sleeping pills and stuff because I was tripping, and they never told a soul about it. You know what I mean?
So
They kept it
you
on
are.
lock.
Until now.
Well, yeah, no, I've told everyone about it now. Might as well. But yeah, that was very embarrassing for me.
Dude,
I can see how
that's embarrassing.
Dude, I'm glad
it's good that
I've
you
never.
can just be embarrassed by it, not depressed.
And,
'cause
I've had a few psychotic breaks, but that one was pretty bad.
You're
I'm glad
having
that
one
I've never
right
been
now.
around anyone with going through a psychotic break, because my reaction, I'm
Oh, yeah,
always in like
you're
dumbass mode.
Yeah.
I would have been like, "Stop squirming around! I can't poison you while you're moving so much." I would have said something like that to you.
That would have cheered me up. They were
Or I
just
would have
like,
been like, "This is the final poisoning, Brandon. We're about to kill
We're
you.
not poisoning you. The CIA
Take
is.
these
see,
sleeping pills."
that would have been better, bro. Honestly, because
CIA.
instead of that, they're all like, Brandon, we love you. Like, you're okay. Just please calm down. And that was freaking me out more. I thought they were trying to like bamboozle me. Like, you guys don't fucking love me. You're fucking poisoning me. That's what I was thinking in my head.
Dude, when someone goes through something like some type of distress around me, I have two options. I either get really angry or I make fun of
Start
them.
fucking
Those
with
are
them.
my only two options.
Yeah. I feel like those are the only two options.
Yeah, because what the fuck you doing this
What do you-
on my time in front of me?
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm glad I'm sober now. I probably fucked up so much people's time.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. Fuck.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
the-
We waited here for
The
you for 4
kickback
hours.
specifically.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I fucked up your guys'
Yeah.
time. Sometimes I'll see a clock and I'll just take it apart and fuck the time up on
But
that.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
you're sober now, so we can tell this story. But you're coming to this podcast, and it's like 4 hours
Yeah.
later, some shit. And you're actually on your way, and you're like, I'm about 20 minutes out. And
Yeah.
Vizzy's like, should I tell him he's not coming? I was like, no, wait, hold.
Yeah,
I'm 5
yeah.
minutes out. All right, I'm 2 minutes out. We're done, dude. We won't have you on. It's fucking great.
You know what's crazy? I know I had to be on the podcast. I don't remember whose car I was in on the way over here.
Jesus' car.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I kind of didn't want to do what Jordan was suggesting because it was to Jesus.
But
Yeah.
it
But
was,
at the same time,
we needed to teach you
we
a
needed
lesson.
to teach Jesus
and you
a
didn't
lesson.
learn a thing.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah,
but I
man.
also feel bad. I'm sorry, guys.
I didn't know that I would have. If I would have known, I would have gave you a near-death experience sooner than
Right.
Yeah. So
Because
what,
if that's what sorted it out,
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel
what
like
you're gonna do is drive the car into the house.
Well, what happened was Jesus was poisoning me on the way up here.
Yeah, I know. He does
he's
that, dude.
he's actually known for doing
that
that.
mirror thing
Yeah,
is
he's
hilarious,
tricky.
dude. That I didn't like look to the mirror.
No,
It's
dude,
like,
it was some real shit. I looked.
I'm not
literally-
Big Bird.
I looked. Well, dude, I literally looked like a demon. It was terrible, more so than I do now. I was bad.
I think everyone at some point in their life does the I look in the mirror and
Yeah.
kind of reflecting.
Oh, yeah.
Have you done it before, Jordan?
Fuck. You know what was a weird one was when I woke up in the hospital after my accident. The whole time I was like in and out of it, and my like baseline feeling was, it's not so bad, dude. You're fine. You're gonna get out of here. It's gonna be fine. But like when I finally had like actually had consciousness and I looked in the mirror, I had a fucking like Grizzly Adams beard on, like because I'd been that fucked up for that long.
Whoa.
And I was like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
man.
so this one's I've been here for a minute. Okay. Yeah, that
Oh,
was
wow.
yeah. Well, Brandon, it's been a pleasure having
has,
you on.
man.
We got
Been
a great
amazing.
game
Thank you.
for you.
We
All
do
right.
got a segment, so don't leave yet. But I do want to say thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
having
pulling through
me.
just to be on the kickback.
Yeah, we know.
That's how important it is
Yeah,
when you come
baby.
on this show. If you're gonna die, you pull through and you make it here. All
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen, sister.
right? Amen to that.
My new podcast show members. I'm just kidding. Well, I'll put my sunglasses on for this.
All right. Welcome to Scrawny versus Thick. How many calories are in this shit?
I am gonna guess.
I'll introduce the game. Thank you, Brandon.
Sorry, my apologies.
This is You Are a Terrible Student. Now, all right. Yeah, so you're scrawny, if you didn't figure that out. He's thick, right?
No, okay.
And I figure that between you don't give a fuck how many calories are in your food because you don't eat and he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've selected some food items. You're going to
Okay.
guess how many calories are in them.
Oh.
And we're going to go round by round. It doesn't matter how far you are. It's not cumulative. It's just round by round, whoever
Yeah.
wins.
Cool.
5 questions.
Gotcha.
Whoever wins gets to eat what they like. Yeah,
Nice.
I guess. That's all you guys want.
Fuck
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully
First question. And Vizzy, this is one close to his heart. Literally close to his heart. How many calories are in 40 chicken McNuggets? No sauce
How
included.
many? No sauce.
included.
No sauce included.
And
just-
these are what restaurant?
yeah. How? Oh, I don't know.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Fucking Chipotle.
Those look
I
like
don't know.
McDonald's.
40 of them.
40 McNuggets. That's the biggest order you can get. Like that's the biggest item you can get is 40.
Dude, I feel like I'm on The Price is Right.
All right. Just think about it. Mull it over. Vizzy's getting hungry.
Me too.
All right, I think I'm ready for
I'm
it.
ready.
Okay, we'll start with thick on this round.
All right, I'm looking at 1,850 calories.
And scrawny.
I'm looking at 1,600
Oh,
calories.
pretty close.
This is a well fucking run round. Let me consult the book here. The nuggets coming in at 1,880 calories. Mr. Thick knows how many calories. He
They done
knows.
done it in 1880?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
What the
Off
fuck?
by 30. So he knows what he's doing to himself and he does it anyway.
He's professional.
Yeah, of course.
How are you professional fat?
Oh my God. Well, it's going to get tougher. That was a
Man,
layup. And
That was crazy.
not that I
Yeah.
think either you can dunk, but they're going to get harder.
I can dunk if the court's 6 feet tall.
You could dunk. You could dunk Oreos in the milk.
You can dunk if the hoop's underground.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not bending down.
You can't.
I mean, and this is the finest Italian food we have to offer here in the United States
Oh,
of
yeah.
Oh, I
America.
hate Olive
Those
Garden.
breadsticks.
Love it.
Vizzy's tested it. They are indeed endless. So we're looking at 20 of them, which I figure is a good appetizer for Vizzy and would kill you. 20
20
breadsticks, non-garlic option, just plain.
Yeah, there's a lot of bread. It's a lot of salt.
It's a lot of salt, a lot of bread, a lot of carbohydrates.
You said there's 20 of them.
There's 20 of them.
Okay.
20?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I'm going to cover my answers. I'm actually pretty good at this.
I'm gonna go home. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to go home.
You're gonna go home. I'm gonna go to Olive Garden.
I think I went a little low. It's a lot of bread.
It is a ton of bread. It's kind of hard to eat that much bread all in one sitting.
But I just don't want
Random
to.
number.
Now Vizzy doesn't know anything
No
about the
way are we
salad.
this close.
There's no way you know anything about the salad, the endless salad, just the
No, no,
breadsticks.
There's these
yeah.
things called vegetables.
Yeah.
I thought they were saying the super salad. What is that?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing at Olive Garden, right? It's endless salad and breadsticks. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Olive Garden, Panda Express, and Taco Bell are all the same restaurant. They're
Yeah.
equally offensive to what they're trying to represent.
Yeah.
I hate it when girls are like, I want to go somewhere nice, like Olive Garden. Like,
Well,
you
you're in
guys are-
Tucson, dude. That is the
That
nice.
is the
That's where I went
nicest.
for my graduation.
Wow.
That's where I went for.
Yeah.
I'm not
When
going.
I got married, I went to Texas Roadhouse, a little more fancy.
It's fun. I
Ooh.
think infinitely more
Yeehaw.
Mexicans have eaten at Olive Garden than Italians.
Yeah.
Infinitely
Oh,
more.
yeah. by a
Oh,
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I like to picture Vizzy getting the breadsticks and the salad, and the salad is just like the one kid that never gets picked for the team.
Yeah.
It's like
There's-
breadstick.
There's people living in Mexico that when they come to Tucson to shop,
Yeah.
They think they're in Beverly Hills because they go to Ross, eat at Olive Garden, and then back in Mexico, they're taking pictures and shit.
What a
Dude,
life.
I'm at Ross. It's a big line.
That's the equivalent of going on a yacht for white people.
yeah.
I hit the Ross, bro.
Yeah.
You know how many breadsticks, man? Okay, well,
All right, we're ready.
Let's figure out how many calories are in 20 breadsticks.
20 breadsticks.
What do you got thick?
I got 1260.
1260?
I just want each of them to be like 60.
I have 1,486.25.
Well, that was wishful thinking from Mr. Thick. Indeed, they have 2,800 calories.
Oh, dude. So you
So
just.
Brandon's going to take this
won.
one.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Because I was like, if one single breadstick is more than 80 calories,
I was guessing
I'm gonna be pissed. But
No,
I was
they're like,
guessing 60
They're
calories.
about $1.40 each.
they're about, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, I've eaten a lot of those.
Yeah.
I think I eat more breadsticks than anything I actually order at Olive Garden.
Yeah.
I have not
Whenever.
eaten enough.
You're really just, when you're paying for that stuff, you're making installment payments on a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's on layaway. You're just
Yeah.
like, fucking.
That's well, a shot of Fireball is actually 80 calories.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Yeah, we're ready.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's the next one, Jordan?
What's the next one? All right. This is
She
a
just,
fun one.
she just pulls up a dildo.
This is where we get technical. How many calories are in Vizzy's weight of celery? Vizzy's weight of celery.
What?
This is Vizzy
Are we
made.
allowed to
That's
ask?
Vizzy made of celery.
Are we allowed to ask how much you weigh?
That's your one hint that you get this game.
Is like that figure.
Do you want to
there.
know?
Yeah.
350.
350.
Celery?
It's about
350 pounds.
that's
of
about
celery.
16 stone in British measurement.
350.
How many celery is it though?
All right.
I'm surprised the outline of Vizzy didn't reject the celery. Like, fuck no, bro. You're not coming in here, dude.
I don't know a lot about vegetables.
When's the last time either of you have had celery? When's the last time, if you can remember?
Day before yesterday, actually.
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade. Okay.
Does it?
No.
Okay. So we're talking 20 years for Vizzy, and you literally had it like 3 days ago.
Wait, I feel like celery has... The answer is 0.
Don't fucking cheat.
All right.
Dark magic.
You don't
yeah.
have the answer, Brandon.
I don't think...
Okay.
All right,
think celery
I
has
have
calories.
an answer.
350 pounds of celery.
It's
All
gotta
right.
have
But
calories.
it's in calories, correct? Not
yeah,
in weight.
Yeah,
Okay.
not in weight. Yeah, no, because I would have just given you the
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
How much does 350 pounds of celery weigh?
350
shit,
pounds.
dude.
Yeah, welcome to the retard show.
Alrighty.
Okay.
We're ready. Who you see?
Yeah. Well, I just want to say that's probably the only food that Vizzy has not eaten his weight of in his life.
No.
No. Okay. Well, surprisingly, that many pounds of celery has.
Oh, we haven't.
Oh yeah, you guys have to guess.
Ready?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I said 0.4.
0.4 of a calorie.
I put 0 calories, and I drew Vizzy as well.
Vizzy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's an urban legend that celery has 0 calories. It does have a little bit of calories. 2 sticks of celery has about 6 calories.
Oh.
But a Vizzy's weight of celery is 9,000 calories.
Holy shit.
Ooh,
See,
yeah,
I
that's about my daily intake.
I guessed 12,000 at first, and I wrote 0 because I thought it was
So
funny.
you kind of $1 on Price is Right, but you lost because he had 0.4,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
closer.
It's closer.
So I win.
You're off by a lot, but he does win. Yeah.
But he does not.
Now get
eat,
that celery out of
He
Vizzy's
does
sight.
not eat celery.
Yeah, get it out of here.
Question is actually how many calories are in a square foot of matzah? And you do have the option to phone a friend. She's on the screen.
Matzah.
Yeah,
Matzah.
square foot of matzah.
square foot
It's
is-
like
which-
Connor. It's a giant cracker.
It's actually how they sell it is in square feet too. They're
Do
like,
they?
Square
well,
Like
that's,
tiles?
that's how it comes. Yeah, yeah. You
So
could,
I'm gonna tile my restroom with that and lacquer it.
wow, lacquer it.
Lacquer it.
Lacquer some matzah.
So should we phone Jen and maybe get some insight on this question?
No,
Matzah,
wait,
dude.
let's
I know
phone-
it's a very old style of cooking, so it's
It's unleavened.
Let's
it's
phone some-
unleavened.
We should phone
but it's still
someone
bread.
anti-Semitic.
There's
I'm guessing like
Is it airy like a saltine?
It is airy, but it's quite large.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
have
quite
any yeast
large.
in it.
You know what else is airy and quite large? A balloon.
Did you just say it was Aryan, by the way?
Oh, see, we're getting.
You are being subtly racist.
Dude, matzah's got me fucked up.
Yeah, it sure does.
How much calories? I'm gonna go with.
And if either of you writes 6 million, I am kicking you out of the game.
Yeah, don't do that.
I got it.
Okay.
I think I got it, yeah.
I got it. Don't even fucking worry about it.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
All right. A square foot of matzah is $12.
Oh,
Well, we gotta show our answers. No,
Yeah.
I got 4,321 calories.
Holy shit.
I put eight.
4, 3, 2, 1. It's a countdown.
I put 890.
Well, this is a close one. This is actually, it's not at all. You guys were way fucking off. There's only 140 calories in that.
No way.
But I won.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way, Mats. That's see.
I won.
Honestly, if you pick it up, it's like nothing. It's like
I've never actually seen
It's
it.
like styrofoam.
I was thinking saltine crackers are like 40 calories each.
No, there's hardly anything in that. I mean, you've seen how skinny they are.
Yeah, they look famished almost.
They look like, yeah, that's the secret.
That's a horrible thing
What
to
about
say.
mozzarella sticks?
Oh, God.
I'm joking.
Oh,
That's
mozzarella
God, you're
sticks.
like a dad joke guy
Funny,
now.
really funny guy.
That'd be funny if you went sober and you're just like a dad
Dude,
joke guy.
I have a bunch of clean jokes, but I don't like them.
Yeah,
Hey,
no.
but you should do them.
I do them sometimes.
When?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna do one right now.
Well, no, obviously not.
Yeah.
No.
But you should do them.
I'll do more.
You'll do them, or else we'll start poisoning you.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And then I can't even go into psychosis because I'm
So
not
where
on
we at
drugs.
and who's winning?
So
Me.
that was another one for Brandon. So
Wow.
Oh shit! This the next
that's
one's the
right.
tiebreaker.
this is the tiebreaker, and boy, is it! This is gonna be a tough fucking question. How many calories are in a kiddie pool full of baby oil?
You can eat baby oil?
That's
You
delicious.
can. Actually, you can. It's food grade because they know people are freaks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was Diddy. I thought that was Daryl Graves because you're having him on the next
That's a
podcast.
duck. That's not Daryl. Oh, the black guy. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan doesn't see color.
Yeah, it looks like Daryl and me in a fucking swimming pool.
Dude, that's sick. I'd go to a kiddie pool full of oil with Daryl.
Well, that's
Graves.
actually what he did. There's singers and shit, women that he. That
How?
have
Wait. I can't,
testified.
wait. You said a kiddie pool. Now, how big is the kiddie pool?
The
That's kinda what
reference
makes
was
sense.
a 10 by 7,
Okay.
and that's
And
yeah.
that's
the-
usually his age group.
Oh, he got Diddy. Everybody's got Diddy.
He just got
Diddy got diddied.
He just
Yeah.
got diddied.
Yeah.
Quack.
He's actually getting pardoned, so you guys are gonna eat your words
He
pretty
is not
soon.
getting pardoned.
He's getting pardoned.
One of the women at the trial did say that he made her get in a kiddie pool full of baby oil, which is, a lot
mean,
goes
the-
into that.
Slippery.
How many hours would it take to empty all those little bottles of baby oil? You know, it's like that's commitment.
Dude, you know, he probably went to Costco, right? Got all of it there, and then went to Home Depot. And you know the Hispanic people that stand outside to do all the
Yeah, he's
work.
like-
He picked them up.
He's
to
like, I
dump out
got
the
a
baby
job
oil.
for you.
Yep, and they're like, see.
Yeah, I
They
think
did it for half.
we
Okay.
should have arrested him when we
Let me
saw
think, let me
Diddy
think,
in
let me think.
Costco.
How much?
That's a
calories?
problem.
How big are the bottles of baby oil?
Dude,
Dude, I can't wait.
There's a lot of schematics in this question.
I can't wait for Diddy to get
You're
pardoned,
overthinking
dude.
it.
Because
Okay.
I want to be famous. Sorry.
I'm gonna guess. Here, I got it.
And that's the fast
You know,
track I've heard.
it's easy to be Diddy. It's hard to be Sean.
Dude, I feel like Diddy would like me. He fucked a Bieber. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you look a little like a.
You look a little like a Bieber, yeah.
Beaver.
I'll take some Diddy dick for some money, bro. No homo.
Why not?
A lot of people. A lot of people did it. Not
Yeah, even like people that are supposed to be tough.
Hillary Clinton even.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
She's hot.
she's so hot.
I'm not gonna lie, she got something going
You know,
on.
like,
When she was running for president, I was like, I'm gonna volunteer to be the male version of Monica Lewinsky. And
Oh my
eat her out
goodness!
under the Oval
under the
Office
Oval
desk.
desk.
Dude, dude, Obama.
That's one way to get your
Obama smoked
citizenship.
it. He's like, Hillary. Hillary.
Yeah, I was listening to one of his songs.
Can you do an Obama impression? That sounded
He
pretty
does
good.
do it. Give us a little Obama.
Say something he would say like
Hey,
uh
That's something I worked on
like
for a
yo,
while.
stop tripping, Holmes. Oh no, he didn't.
America, you need to stop tripping.
Why don't you try to reason out how many calories are in a kiddie pool?
Oh, we figured it out.
No, but as Obama.
Obama?
As
Work-
Obama.
Talk it
okay.
out loud.
My close friend, P. Diddy. We bought him a pool. We bought him some oil. And we're getting calories.
How many calories are in it?
How many calories are in it? Well, let's ask the American people about the calories.
It's not important what you think. It's the American people.
I don't know. I can do a good Obama impression, but it's
pretty
kind of
good.
awkward
It's
on
all,
that.
it's all right.
I could do it better if I put more emphasis in. It's just weird in
You
the
can only
setting.
do it when no one's watching.
Can you do like a CeeLo Green?
No. I can do a CeeLo Blue.
Not everybody has that voice.
Okay,
Aggressive.
I got it.
You got
do-
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was listening to, you know that Coming Home song he does with Skylar Grey? In the song, he's talking about how bad he is and how his kids aren't going to be proud of him. He's like, what if my kids find out I didn't marry their mom? It's like, dude, that is the least of your problems.
It's the least
Holy
of your
shit,
worries.
that is
yeah.
not an issue compared to... Yeah.
I got it.
I'm happy you didn't marry their mom, actually.
Yeah, the kids
Okay.
will be relieved.
All right, what do you got, Scrawny? You worked this out.
Yeah, I put 16,000 underage women.
Wow, okay. That's
Okay,
a
but
unit of
16,000
measurement.
I'm gonna go for
calories.
how much I would, how much money, but in calories,
Yeah.
that I would be able to do something for Diddy. So 300,000 for me.
I put
That's,
16.
This is my
that's
number.
your price?
No, but
This is my price.
This is the calories, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, the price?
No, 300,000 calories.
Okay, I put 16,000.
But I will get in the pool for $300,000
I'll go in there for free.
Well, you guys are both very close.
again.
You're so close to getting this correct, but so far. The funny thing about baby oil is it's not digestible by humans, not even underage women.
That's where my ulcer came from.
So you could have a fucking ocean full of it and it would still have 0 calories.
It would go right
Fuck.
through
It
you.
would go
Hey,
right
wait.
through you.
Damn, he has more zeros on his page than me.
I
so
was
he won.
basing it on like the sunflower.
I was
seed
closest though,
oil.
right?
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
so I
indeed.
won.
Yeah, you know more about food,
I won the whole game.
more about edible oils.
Well, he knows more now because he had to go through a whole dietary thing at his.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, my
After his
diet,
death.
diet sucks now, bro.
Thank
It's
you,
so
thank you
frustrating.
for an exciting episode of how many calories are in that shit. Scrawny versus thick. Scrawny won.
Thank you for the
Ronnie
game.
takes this one.
Thank you for the game.
We want to open up a quick sponsor section right here just to give a quick shout out to everyone that helps this show keep going, stay on the road. We really appreciate these people. We got our supporting sponsors. That is Cannabis Castle coming in again at you at another episode. Make sure you follow Cannabis Castle at Cannabis Castle AC He is Cannabis Castle AZ on Instagram. The follow information will be right at the bottom right there. Make sure you follow him, Cannabis Blogger.
Great
And
blog.
Great
A lot
blog.
of fun to read.
And we also have some special stuff here. We got Amphi Liberation Mutual Aid. They are a community care organization. They help the community out with whatever they might need in that Amphi area. They are connected to a lot more community care organizations. Make sure you check them out. Their information will be down in the description as well. We really like to support the people that are helping out our community. We also have Theo Danny's Oldies radio show coming
Hell
in with
yeah.
a big supporting sponsor. That's KPYU on 100.7. Nice little radio show. You want to hear those oldies, especially on those Sunday drives. We also have Super Design Bros. They're a marketing and design firm, graphic design. For all their needs, their information will be down in the description as well. Then we got some of your big fish. Of course, we got our priority sponsors coming up next. That is Western American Housing and Transport. They take care of transport and setup of manufactured homes, transport of oversized loads. They work anywhere: California, New Mexico, Texas, and Nevada, Arizona as well, obviously. If you need anything transported, move, oversized load, especially manufactured homes, please hit them up. Their information will be in the description down below. Jordan for our other supporting sponsor, or Jordan for our other priority sponsor.
Laughs Comedy Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first comedy club in Arizona. It's the only comedy club in Tucson. We have amazing shows every Friday, Saturday.
Great show.
Call 32funny or go to laughs.com to get your tickets. Great headliner that you actually will know every week. And mention the Kickback for 4 free tickets.
Yeah, if you call that line, mention the Kickback, you get 4 free tickets.
We're
to
taking care of
3 of
you.
your friends.
Yeah, and if you want to see the Kickback, we'll be at that open mic
All the time.
Sign-ups at 7, shows at 8. Good times.
Every Thursday.
Real professional show, even if the comics aren't professional. It is a good time. So give it up for laughs. Thanks so much for supporting our dreams.
Absolutely. And then we got our big guy, the presenting sponsor. I want to give a big shout out to Sonoran Sun Services. This is a construction company. They focus on remodels. They focus on repairs. You know, if you've had a big storm come through and mess up your stuff, monsoon season is right around the corner. So you want to make sure that you give those guys a call for anything you need done on your house. We got a little short ad that we're going to show with Sonoran Sun Services. They are the big fish, so a big shout out to them. We'll go right into that.
What's up, guys? My name's Gage, and I'm the owner of Sonoran Sun Services and Restoration. We specialize in everything remodeling, restoration, and renovation. We do everything from roofing, painting, stucco repair, drywall repair, and everything in between. If you have any work required on your home from a recent storm or water leak, please give us a call at the number down below. You can also reach us at sonoransunaz.com for a free appointment request. I'd also like to bring some recognition to a recent passing of a dear friend of mine's father. He was struck by a vehicle while changing our tire on the freeway. There's a GoFundMe link down below if you would like to donate. We are very grateful for any donations given, even if you can just share the post. We are very grateful for that as well. You know, anything helps. So thank you very much for those who have donated and shared. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Here we go again. We're at the wayback, throwback, kickback. We're at the music part of the show. We're here with Ilvi.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, well, Ilvi, how you feeling?
Great. Happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Nice. And you're a local music artist here in Tucson, right?
Yes, I am a little
Let
rapper.
them know what you do. Let them know where they can find you.
I'm a rapper. You can find me on any social media outlet. ILV Tucson is most of the handles. And my music is on all streaming platforms. So
Nice.
yes. And there's a couple music videos on YouTube. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We gotta check those out. So, ILV, you go by ILV. Where did that name kind of come from?
ooh, it was a friend. I am very terrible at naming anything. When I was little, I had a puppy that I named Puppy because of my whole life I can't think of stuff. So when I started rapping, I never really thought about what my name was gonna be. And
Rapper.
rapper, female rapper. I'm just kidding. But one day my friend was like, you know what? That's ill. He's all, I'm going to call you Ill V because V is my first name initial.
Oh,
so
okay, same.
I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, that's true.
The V's.
So it stuck. I was like, whatever. I can't think of anything else. So, you know, stuck with it.
And I feel like you definitely have, like, the name fits you. When I
Thank
see
you.
you, I've seen you on stage a few times actually, and I'm like, yeah, that name definitely fits like her style.
Thank you so much.
So it's ill.
Yeah, thank you.
Heck yeah. Well, how long have you been doing like music, like at least rapping and all that? Like, how long have you been ILV?
It'll be, so I started, like I did my first song in about 2010. So it's been about 15 years of making music. And it just kind of like snowballed out of my control and I just keep on doing it.
Took a mind of its own.
Yes.
It's like, nah, you're this now.
Yes, exactly.
That's pretty cool. Did you do anything musically before that?
So I've always been into music, all types of music. I tried drums. That was too exhausting. The burn in the arms.
I've tried it before and it's impossible.
It's too much. My boyfriend's actually a drummer of a local band, and I'm like, I don't know how you do that because he's like doing metal and it's just all over the place. So
double bassing and everything.
Yes,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I could not. Like my calves would be on fire. I had double bass pedals too, and that was just insane. And then I did violin when I was really little, but that was kind of just like a school. My mom wanted me to do it. I was interested in it because I've always liked music.
Okay.
I had a keyboard when I was young, but that,
Nice.
I mean, I learned like simple
Mary Had a Little
songs.
Lamb.
Yeah, you know, Twinkle Twinkle. But that was about it. What really got me started was poetry. I've always been a writer, and even now it's funny because people will be like, "Oh, bust a freestyle," and I'm like, "I can. I'm a writer. Like I can't think that quickly, and I have to like the words have to be a specific way. So if I'm just saying it, it's not gonna be what I want it to
feel
be.
watered down and like not you.
Exactly. But yeah, poetry, and I didn't really even like rap when I was younger. I kind of. There was nothing about it that interested me until one day I heard Brother Lynch. And I was like, whoa, buddy. And that kind of piqued my interest in rap. And then, I don't know, something told me to try writing poetry to a beat, and I tried it and people liked it. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll keep doing this then. So, yeah.
Ooh. So, what kind of music were you into before the rap?
Alternative music. Like I would listen to Tori Amos and Alanis Morissette and Gorillaz and Linkin Park. So just,
all right, the edgy stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, Brother Lynch was way different than anything I had heard. And it was like shock. I was like,
Well, Linkin
I'm
Park's a
offended.
little rappy. I feel like they
That's
can get
true.
down. And
Yeah,
so Gorillaz
that's
too.
true. That is true. I didn't even think about
Linkin
that.
Park, like I like some of their songs. I used to be really into them when I was like, in my teenage years.
Yeah.
And like, it's just so cringy to listen to it now. I don't know if you have the same sentiment, but like,
No, I love it. I
but
love
like,
it
people
still.
make fun of Nickelback, but I feel like Linkin Park's more cringy than Nickelback.
And
it's
even
a hot take. But.
in Nickelback, like that is one of the bands where I'm like, oh God, Nickelback. But then the song comes on and I'm like singing every word to it. I'm like, okay, maybe I like that.
Poor man stealing. I'm like,
They're just fun to like make fun of.
yeah, I think that's the case.
Yeah.
It just became a meme.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, there's definitely cringier music out there, especially now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you listen to like the K-pop stuff?
No, I don't.
Can't get into it.
No, only like
Some of
baby
it is,
metal, which is K-pop-ish.
Ish, yeah. I know there's some like a Japanese band called Day 6, and they do like alternative rock kind of thing, and they sound pretty good. Yeah, so check them out if you want.
Interesting.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So, have you been in Tucson your whole life? Are you a Tucson native?
I am, yes. Born and raised. I don't want to
Look
leave
at
either.
that.
There's a lot of people who are like, I need to get out of Tucson. I'm like, why? You're boring.
I felt like that, like especially like in my early 20s, and I did leave to like New Mexico for a little bit, which was horrible. Silver City, New Mexico, was terrible place, but it's probably the worst place on earth. Probably not the worst place. I'm sure like Uganda's worse, but
I know what the hell. Wherever there's war happening.
Pakistan or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
North Korea.
New Mexico's probably still worse.
My God.
I think I'd rather be there. But
Shit.
yeah, it was the worst. They had, because it was like a small town and they had big city traffic because there was so many people working at the mine.
Yeah.
And then like the cops were just super predatory.
Oh,
like,
no.
And then like it's such a small town, like they knew who I was before I moved there.
Oh, my God.
And then they were like, yeah, oh, you're that guy that was going to come from Tucson, huh? You're that guy. And then I got pulled over by a police officer and I had a car with New Mexico plates. So, but as soon as I handed him my ID, he looked at it was an Arizona ID. He's like, oh, you're that kid from Tucson, huh? And I'm like, bro, you're a sheriff. Like, why are you in the town gossip?
I know. What the heck?
What is wrong with you? But yeah, horrible mistake. And then Phoenix was okay.
Yeah.
I enjoy Phoenix. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed Phoenix, but I just yearn for Tucson all the time. Every time I
Yes.
leave it, I'm just like, I want to come back here.
Oh, yeah. I've only thought about leaving for like work reasons since I'm a teacher. Like, there's places I could get paid way more, but then it's like, no, I don't want to deal with. Our weather's kind of crazy, but I don't want to deal with crazier weather and
The cold
traffic.
is worse all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because even in Phoenix, I don't like visiting Phoenix because of the traffic. It's scary.
Somewhat, yeah. Like once you get in there though and get used to it, it's I will say this is probably a hot take. It's better than Tucson traffic.
Oh my god.
Just because it flows and it's always
That's
moving.
true.
Like it was a weird thing because I knew like when I would get ready for work, it was like, okay, 6:45, I have to be brushing my teeth. 6:48, I have to literally be locking my door. And then I would get in my car and come around the apartment complex, and then I would have to like I would see the same cars every day.
Yeah.
And whether they were in front of me or behind me, I knew if I was gonna be late or early
Oh
for work.
shit.
So if like those cars weren't there, I was like, I'm either late or early. And then boom, but it was always the same cars, and I would just get in that flow, and it's just like a wave that you would ride all the way to work.
That's true. Because like even in California, if you're still doing Tucson driving, you have to like your brain has to do that switch to get in that like Cali driver
You're
mode.
a herd. At that point, you're a herd, and you have to like go with the herd.
You gotta match their energy.
Yeah, but it is. I can see why it's scary and stressful. It was kind of stressful, to be honest. But
The biggest stress is like because you don't know where everything is. So if you miss a turn, you're like, where the fuck am I going now? Oh my God. And you don't know how long it's going to take to get back to where you're really trying to go. So that's where the stress is for me.
Yeah. And I mean, Tucson streets are horrible though.
Yeah.
Just horrible. Like they turn into different names and they churn and they end and then they restart and they do all these kind of crazy things.
That's true.
Like people get so confused in Tucson. I knew some Phoenix people that were like, if you're going down through the I-10 and you're not stopping in Tucson, whatever you do, do not get off the freeway in Tucson because you will be lost forever.
Oh my God. I didn't think it was like that.
Because our on-ramps are dumb too. Like you get an off and off ramp, the on-ramp's not there. It's on the next street sometimes or something weird like that.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
just-
Like the way they did Irvington recently, how you have to like, I don't know, it's fucking weird. And I remember the first time I got on there since they changed everything, I was so fucking confused, but I got it now.
Stevie Wonder designed this town.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Seems like it.
Oh man, but nah, I love Tucson. That's part of the quirk of it.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you mentioned that you do teaching. Does your music influence your teaching? Does your teaching influence your music? How does that dynamic play out?
Though they are two very separate lives, mostly because my music isn't like positive or anything. And I definitely don't want the kids to know what I'm talking about in music. Because I don't want to be a bad influence on them, even though it is art and it is my creative like thoughts and my creative self coming out. And it's very like stress releasing for me. So like I don't talk about the happiest things, so I don't want the kids to hear it. They way different.
But as far as like creatively, like behind the scenes kind of thing, like do you ever take inspiration from like things that happen in the classroom, or do you ever get in the classroom like I'm gonna teach these kids math with like a rhyme or something?
I've thought about it, but I don't know. I can't. It's really hard to do like educational music for me. Like I don't know. Like it seems like it would be really easy, but when I sit down to do it, I'm like, no, this is getting a little too gangster to bring into the classroom. So I don't know. But I have thought about it. Haven't really tried it. I have rapped, like there's a couple songs where I mention my scholars or my students. Like one, I say I got scholars going harder than you. So like, you know, a little diss.
In there, yeah, that's cool.
Because it's true. Some of these kids are little gangsters. And
I mean, maybe like in 100 years, you know, gangster rap will be used in schools. Because if you think about it, when we were in schools, you had like the little pirates, like, hey, learn some math.
Yeah.
It was like a little picture of a pirate. But the pirates were like the gnarliest
pillaging,
people,
raping, yeah.
So like I always imagine like, oh, like in 100 years, is there gonna be like a crip? Like with a gun, like learn the presidents.
Like the Snoop Dogg, what is it, Snoop Land or something, or Doggy Land? He's got some, a children's show.
I was like, that's where it's headed.
Well, there is a company called Flocabulary, and they do some really sick, like hip hop style educational songs, and I'll put that on for them, and I'm like, bobbing my head to it. But yeah, that's as
pretty
far as
cool.
it
That's
goes.
pretty cool. Now I feel like teachers in general, they have like this yearning for stage time.
Yeah.
A lot of comedians, since I'm a comedian myself, a lot of stand-up comedians, I would say like maybe even like 40% of them, or if not more, are teachers.
Oh my God, I would have never thought.
Yeah, like they have like this yearning to like, I don't know, just to be on stage and be up there. And I kind of get it, because when you're a teacher, you're kind of performing every day. You get in there, you have your crowd, and you have to like, get a message to them and like do it in the right way where you keep them engaged and everything.
Yes.
So like every day you're performing.
Oh yeah, totally, because normal me is, as a teacher, my normal me sneaks in, but when I'm in front of the classroom, I have to be like, positive and bubbly all the time. And it's a performance. I get out of there and I'm like, fuck these fucking kids, my God. But I can't say any of those words in front of them. I got to pretend like, no, you're not driving me fucking crazy.
Has there ever been like a kid that's like, you're on the brink of losing your cool?
Oh my God. Several times. I've gotten double middle fingers.
That's aggressive.
I've had like fuck yous and bitches under their breath. And
anything thrown at you?
No.
Ooh,
no.
One of the lucky ones.
I think they like me so much that they don't want to hurt me. Like the words was one thing, but they don't want to. They're just angry, and I get it. But
especially if like you're one of the cool teachers, it's probably like the other kids are like, you better not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's so nice having like the ones I taught before come into the classroom. Just the other day, one of my rambunctious boys, we'll say rambunctious, he was out of his seat and like running around, and one of mine from a couple of years ago came in, and he was my double middle finger boy. And he picked him up by like under his armpits, and he carried him to his seat and sat him down. And I'm like, thank you. Like, it's cool to have the prior kids, the tough ones, come in and have your back with the new tough ones.
The new tough ones.
Yeah. So
with the new ones trying to prove themselves.
Oh yeah.
Like I've thought about like teaching at one point in my life, but I was such a menace to like all my teachers, and like just the karma that would come out of that would be like too much for me to handle, because I was like the worst. Like,
oh no.
Literally the worst. And it was bad. I think I've made like three teachers cry in my lifetime.
My God.
One of them wanted to elbow me at Sunnyside. Like he wanted to actually like fight me. And I was just like, yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with it. There was this one teacher that taught my brother first, and he was horrible. And then she taught my sister, which my sister was crazy. Like she was like in a gang when she was in middle school,
my God.
lighting toilets on fire. And then she taught me, and I was just like this smart ass, like asshole. And then she taught my niece, who's only 9 months younger than me, and she's like kind of the same way, like make fun of you type smart ass. So like by then that teacher was just done. Like,
with your whole family, your
like
whole
this
bloodline.
entire family is horrible people. Like,
oh my God. That's
so
funny.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad for sure. Because I was always trying to make a joke, like that was. I think that's why I do comedy, because I was always just like every opportunity to kick in a punchline,
You're quick
do
with
something. I'm just like I can't stop myself from making fun of like the easy setups. Like I'm just like,
oh yeah,
and I'll do it in like the most inappropriate times, like
in the middle of a lesson.
All right. Well, do you got any projects of your own that you have going on? Any plans for this year? Anything you want to announce?
I am getting really close to finishing my newest album.
Okay.
I also will be dropping another single soon. That's not part of that album. It was originally going to be, but I was like, no, this doesn't fit. Let's do other stuff with it. So I'm hoping to drop that close to September, October-ish. And that
some spooky time music.
Yes, exactly. Because in October is when I do my ski masquerade event. It's going to be my second one.
Tell us about that. What is that like?
So I did it was my very first event last year. I've been rapping for 15 years, and I finally decided I'm going to do my own thing. And the ski masquerade is a bunch of like alternative rap artists. I had a lot of vendors there. I had pole dancers there. One of the vendors is a baker, and she had like the most delicious desserts. I had to not... I had to stay away from her table, or otherwise I would spend all my money there. But I plan on doing the same thing again this year for this ski masquerade. I want it to be even bigger because I had a really big. I was kind of like surprised so many people came.
The turnout, and you were like, oh,
yes,
man,
I was like, okay, I'm gonna need something bigger, and we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Go harder now.
Yes, exactly, and that's what I'm like. Fuck, can I top myself? Can I outdo myself this year? I think I can. We'll try it. Yeah.
And do you have to wear a ski mask?
No.
Okay. But
we love it. Yes. And I even was selling ski masks at the event, or prior to, I'd come drop it off if you need it. But yeah, it's totally free event, which makes it
actually,
even
I have
funner.
2 ski masks at home, and I've never gone skiing.
No. Hell no. They're not for skiing anymore.
No. They're for scheming.
It's
a
scheming.
different type of scheming.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's true.
All right. You won't see them in Aspen. Well, I'm excited for October, actually. I love the spooky season. October is one of my favorite months. Some of my favorite people were born in October. So, yeah, like, it's sad to say, like, because every year goes by fast for me because I hurry up for October.
I know.
And then October's here, and I try to enjoy it as much as I can, and then all of a sudden, it's like November, December.
It's gone. Yep.
I wish October could be all year long. You know?
I know. I told my class that this year. Because I didn't take down my Halloween decorations. I'm like, we're not, what? They're like, put up Christmas. I'm like, it's not Christmas time till December. It's still Halloween. They're like, oh my God, miss.
Just holding on to the last little bit of Halloween.
Yes, exactly.
Until Thanksgiving dinner, it's still Halloween.
Exactly.
That's the way I look at it.
You got to wear your costume to Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, I've been dressing up as the Pope the last few years, so.
That would be cool, eating your
just
turkey.
The Pope chilling at eating some turkey. Small Mermaid Man, from SpongeBob.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. But sometimes I'd like to start planning my costume like months before. Like right now, it's time to start planning.
It's time. It's
for
time.
my Halloween costume. Yeah. It's time to start deciding what we're gonna be, especially now sewing.
I usually have like multiple costumes, one for the classroom, one for passing out candy, like an extra one for like Halloween parties or whatever.
Oh,
so, but it's a lot of the times like I'll reuse old ones. So I was a bat for school Halloween this year. And then passing out candy, I always dress like an alien because I love aliens and put on like UFO style music. And
well, you're in the right place to like aliens here in Tucson.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding. We're all aliens.
Yes.
Especially you, Jordan, over there on camera.
All suspicious? No, we're not.
He's the
I know.
If ICE comes around, he's the only one that has to run, actually, which is interesting. It's an interesting dynamic. Oh, man. Well, I'm excited to see you perform some of your songs here. What do you got for us today?
I have one song. It's
one song.
Just got one. It's my most recent release that's on all streaming platforms, and it's called Fuck Extendos. So
Fuck Extendos.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's get it. And it's on all streaming platforms. So you'll hear it here. Go look it up. YouTube Music, Apple Music, Spotify, and run those numbers up. Do want to thank you very much for coming and spending some time with us today. It was a very interesting conversation. I feel like I learned a lot, and I'm excited for the things you have coming. So
thank you so much.
Good stuff. Play us out.
Fuck Extendos featuring Johnny Arson. Yeah, Mythic Underground. Fuck Extendos on my killer, shoot with it. 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 Take it one to the brain. Hey, you're taking one to the brain. You're taking one to the brain. Hey, you're taking one to the brain. One to the brain. Fuck Extendos, my killer, shoot with aim. Board the windows, store up by your chains. You hear the wind blow and grab up on that thing. I got pistols to blow out all your brains, hey, I be so gone, I'm a lunatic. Ready to prove that I'm losing it. Lock me up tight or I'm doing it. Ready to blast on the crew and shit. You new to this, I'm pruning it. And I'll be the one introducing it. Killers stay riding and cruising, bitch. All we need is one of us shooting it. Fuck Extendos on my killer, shoot with 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 it. Take it one to the brain. Hey, you're taking one to the brain. You're taking one to the brain. Hey, you're taking one to the brain. One to the brain. Shout out to you guys for having me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Mythic Underground, Johnny Arson, killing the beats for me every time. And I don't know. Thank you guys.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And there we went again. Another great episode of the Wayback, Throwback, Kickback, Down the Drain. Along with all this shit that me and Jordan do and take, it all goes down the drain for some reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah, why don't we shit on the street here like in other countries?
I don't know that. Yeah, that would make America great
Yeah,
again.
we need to progress, man.
People
we used
are
to be a
holding in their
proper
shits
country.
unnecessarily, and they could be so much more productive.
Everybody shits their pants when they
Yeah.
can just.
How much we could save in pants?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah,
Talk
saving
about the
pants.
economy.
That's
No
the-
one's thinking.
saving
it's the
water?
problem. Yeah, saving water.
So
That's how the homeless people stay rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
yeah.
like that.
Well,
But yeah,
Busy,
start shitting in the street.
Yeah, that's what we're making stickers.
Yeah.
And shit. That's my campaign. Jordan for mayor.
We had a
shit on
great
the street.
episode, though.
We did. But I would just like to take a moment to profusely apologize for the offensive remarks that Brandon Field made on the episode today.
He's a horrible person.
Those remarks absolutely do reflect the views of the Kickback. But we are taking action because we don't stand for that. We are proactively banning him from Lady Haha.
Yes.
So-
He's already banned from Moto Sonora. He's banned from Lady Haha. He's banned from the Kickback now, as I understand it, as a comedian.
As a comedian. Yeah.
And I mean, you're halfway there to becoming the next white half bus.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the Unabomber, dude. He's just going to live in the woods and rap.
Oh man, that's threatening. That is threatening.
But the young man did have some plugs, and he did come on the show, so we're gonna do those.
Was this one of his?
Oh yeah, first and foremost,
Brandon.
his new product he's selling, Diddy's Baby Oil Party. If you're gonna have a party, make it with baby oil.
Make it with
Brandon
baby oil,
Fields
baby.
Diddy's. It's a little bit of a mouthful. We're gonna workshop it.
Yeah, yeah.
But mention the Kickback, and you get 2 free swimming pools.
2 free kiddie pools.
0 calories, so it's a weight loss supplement. Yeah, so Brandon, you can find him at Brandon Field on Instagram and on Apple and Spotify. He does rap, and I was joking, it's quite good. I enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it's good.
He's blown out the speakers in my BMW playing it.
Too much bass.
Yeah, you kept saying, "Can we make it louder?" And everybody in the car said, "It's loud enough." And you're like, "Just a little louder." Yeah. But if you don't know how to, sound things out, that's how you spell all of that. There you go. Rest in peace on Apple and Spotify. Brandon Field on Instagram. Field like the thing you farm in. That's that. And it was a great episode. We covered a lot of ground. Kind of inspirational, the young man.
Now looking at that rest in peace, I don't see why any rappers, considering that they rap about like the gang life and the streets. Why hasn't any rapper ever made a song like "Rest with My Peace"?
Yeah, with their peace.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they say rest in power, but that's more accurate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, a lot of my cousins were like, "Bury me with my guns."
Yeah, and put the mugshot on the tombstone.
That's the only good picture.
It's not racist. He started it.
Yeah.
And you remember what we said about the remarks. They do reflect the kickback. Everything people say here, we take it personally.
Yeah,
we agree.
we not only agree, we actively pursue those causes.
We endorse them. We support them. Yeah. More white kids rapping. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Brandon Field, all the way from Las Vegas. He's a Tucson local now. He's been here for way too long.
And he's on the upswing. Check him out in the shows he's allowed to do.
Our musical guest was fire as always.
If I had to rate it out of 10, fire.
Fire.
That's
Fire
what I'd
out of
say.
10.
Yeah,
which
fire
is
out of 10. Yeah.
3 fire emojis is usually like the go-to. I feel like if you do 2 fire emojis, you're kind of being a
You're
dick.
lukewarm on it.
Yeah,
It's like you
but
don't really
3?
believe in it. It's like the Michelin stars of white rappers.
Check out Brandon Field. Check out his comedy. Check us out and everything that we do around town here in Tucson. We love to support local. We love to see local things go crazy. I want to show everybody what Tucson has to offer. The Kickback is my ugly baby. Everybody else posts their ugly baby on Facebook. This is mine, so I'm going to spam you with it.
For everyone to see.
Check out our other videos that are going to pop up here pretty soon. And thank you for being
Thanks
an
for
audience.
watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
See ya.
Later.
Oh.